today I'm going to show you how to make Ness and Lucas as a me character. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do, go on start from scratch and then go on to gender, which is male. So what we're going to probably do is we're going to focus on the face bit first. So you have to, I think you have to probably select this one here, which is supposed to be like very small but round, and your character should kind of look like this. So make sure to pause video for probably 10 seconds max, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, go on to cheeks, and I think you have to select these cheeks or maybe these ones, but I'm gonna probably stick with these ones for now because that's what Ness kind of looks like. So I recommend 10 seconds max on this part as well. Okay, so after you've done that, you go on to skin color and then you select this one here, which is like a light pink tannish kind of skin color that you go for. So you go on to this one here, and I'll recommend 10 seconds max, so pause this video for 10 seconds max, okay? Okay, so after we've done that, we're going to go straight onto hairstyle. Well, initially I think he wears like a hat or a cap or something. He wears like a hat or something, so I'm thinking it could be this one here, or is it the one, this one here? I think this one would do because it kind of suits his kind of it's kind of one of his important accessories. So if you want to find out how to get to this part, it might take you a while, so I'm kind of thinking about maybe 15 minutes, so I'll pause the video for 15 minutes, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, go on to hair color and then select the hair color black, which is this one here. I don't think this will take you too long, so I'm kind of thinking 10 seconds max, so I recommend pausing this video for 10 seconds max. Okay, so after you've done that, I'll recommend going on to eyebrows, because we're kind of going to select these ones here, and then what I'm going to do after that is, so we can move on to the opposition, but we change the color slightly so it matches the hair color. So what I recommend doing is, I recommend pausing this video for 10 seconds so you can get these bushy eyebrows, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, go on to opposition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust these eyebrows so they actually look like his kind of like hair piece that's coming through, because half of it, as you can see, is underneath where his hat is, but we need to see if we can make some hair. So what I'm going to do is rotate them slightly and then make them join together a bit like so, and then what I got to do, then make them a bit bigger, and then of course it looks like you got a bit like a little bit of like the fringe coming through. So what I recommend is pausing this video for probably about 20 minutes, because sometimes the opposition's a little bit, it can take you a little bit longer to do, so I recommend 20 minutes max for this part. Okay, so after you've done that, go onto color and then select the color black again, so it matches his hair color. So there you go. So what we're gonna probably do for the next bit would be, I'm gonna probably go for like kind of another approach to complete his hair like so. So that's what we're gonna probably do afterward. But first of all, I'll recommend maybe 10 seconds max for this bit, okay? Okay, so after you've done that, go on to mole and then select this one here, and then what you do afterwards will be going on to the opposition, but then you've got to try and do is make it a little bit bigger and then try and rotate it like so, and then move it up a little bit so it fits. Well, at least it kind of finishes it off a little bit, but I recommend pausing this video for probably around 10 minutes max, so I recommend 10 minutes max. Okay, so after that, we now need to move on to the nose. So for the nose bit, it's supposed to be kind of like this, but I think we might need to make it a little bit smaller, because according to my image, his nose is quite small, but you can't quite see it. So it's kind of like that, but I think you have to move it down a little bit, so I'll go about where his mouth's supposed to be. So there we go. So what I recommend doing is probably around 10 minutes for selecting what type of nose you're going for, which is this one here, and then doing the opposition afterwards. So what I recommend is 10 minutes max. Okay, so after you've done that, what I'm going to probably do next is go on to eyes, and his eyes are kind of a little bit different to other ones, but these are the ones you gotta go for. I like little circle, like little tiny circular eyes, which are these ones here. So I recommend doing for this one, because there's so many different eyes to choose from, you might get a little bit confused. So I recommend pausing the video for around maybe 15 minutes, just in case you can't find this one here, which is on the second row coordinated here. But if you need a little bit more time than that, then it's up to you. Okay, so after you've done that, go on to opposition. So I think you have to kind of space them out a little bit, and then of course you go on to what this opposition is, which is kind of like, you know, trying to make them a little bit like that. And I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. So if I go on to this one here, yeah, because according to my picture, his eyes are maybe not as big. Maybe I could make them, just keep them as they are, or make them a little bit big. I might keep them at this kind of size for now. What I recommend doing is probably pausing this video for around 15 minutes, just in case the opposition part's a little bit, it could get, like, you know, a little bit complicated, and it might be a little bit sometimes out of sync. But what I recommend doing is pause the video for 15 minutes, just in case it's a little bit tricky for you to do. Okay, so after you've done that, go straight onto mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably select this one here so you can see, but this is like the original smiley mouth that you would actually use. And the good thing is you only have to go probably around like 3 steps to the right. So this is the one you got to go with, but I recommend 10 seconds max. So I recommend pausing this video for 10 seconds max. Okay, so after you've done that, go on to opposition. So what I probably would do, I'll probably make it a little bit smaller, and then probably adjust this opposition to about there. So you can either like kind of change the exaggeration of the mouth a little bit. Sometimes you can go like all out with it, or just go down to there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back to about there, and I don't think the mouth's not got to be that big. I think it's going to be quite small, so maybe about there will probably do. So we'll recommend for this part, because only like 3 oppositions there is to choose from, I'll probably recommend 10 minutes, because it won't take you that long to actually do. So pause this video for 10 minutes. Okay, so after you've done that, we go straight on to body. So I think he is quite short accordingly, and I don't think he's, yeah, I think about there. So he's kind of in the, he's kind of a bit like, he's a little bit short, but he's kind of hard, he's kind of in the middle here. So I recommend 10 seconds max. So pause this video for 10 seconds max for this bit. Okay, once you've done that, then what you got to do, you got to enter his name, which is down here, which I've already done. So it's like Ness, which is his name. So what we're going to do for part 2 is we're going to start focus on how to make Lucas as a me character. So that's what we're going to probably do soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment if you're new to my channel and see more of my content. Please subscribe. There's a variety of content you might enjoy, might involve Animal Crossing content, Metopia content, and also cozy gaming content on this channel. So for next week I might have to make possibly Lucas for part 2, because I had a little bit of technical issues. So I was aiming to put both into one me tutorial, but I had to, like, in the end, kind of just do one of them of each. So I think that's what I might have to do. So I might have to do just one of them for each me tutorial, just in case I haven't got much room to do any more of them. Do you know what I mean? And also turn notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye.